Welcome to the first show of season 3 of Group Chat After Dark.
The sequel.
Sequel 2022. And everything is better. Everything has been resolved. Our lives are much better than ever. The world's in the best place it's ever been in. And we just can't wait to tackle this new year. Michael, how the hell are you?
I'm good. I have some big news for the listeners of the podcast. The Chick-fil-A near my house is now open, and it has a third drive-through lane because we can't get enough of our Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, but you still can't get reward points, right?
No, I can. Oh, no, yeah, you're right. I've maxed it out. Yeah, so I just have a silver status or whatever. I'm forever unclean.
You are forever unclean. Well, here we are.
Nuggets are back, bitch.
Grilled nuggets?
No, I always get the sandwich.
My.
Nuggets are for wieners.
I like the grilled nuggets when I need a quick bite.
It's just the grilled chicken breast chopped up into pieces. Just get a sandwich and take the bun off. You get more meat.
I don't want that. It's easy to eat when I'm driving. Regardless, or as we say here on the show, irregardlessly, we are here. We really screwed the pooch this month because we are barely getting this show out in January. We've only had 31 days to do so.
Mediocre work's our best work.
Yes, we do our best work when we procrastinate till the absolute last minute. So
only for you, internet.
January show at the tail end. I mean, with minutes to spare. So here we are. And what are we going to be talking about today, Michael? Because I didn't do any prep.
We are talking about the American tradition of making and not fulfilling your New Year's resolution.
Oh, that's right. You did send that out in a text blast that I ignored like 3 weeks ago.
I did.
Okay, well, good. That's what we're going to be talking about today.
It came with a meme of an old man going like this.
Yes, that is true. If you can't see, describe the face you just made.
It's an old man making a face that looks like Grandpa Simpson shaking his finger at the cloud.
Yeah, old man yells at cloud. Okay, good. Because remember, this is primarily an audio podcast. We have a video version that like 3 people watch. I put a lot of effort into the video every month, and then, whatever. But here we are. Before we jump into our topic of New Year's resolutions and whatnot, if that's indeed what we're talking about, tell me, Michael, if I were to want to support the sponsor of this month's show, and season 3, don't forget we're in season 3 now. It's big news. Who is our sponsor for season 3?
Today's sponsor is Tab Cola, straight coming to you from the grave. It's being revived by a small group of women in Rhode Island.
Is it
just
really?
Kidding? No, just kidding. No. It's Scrub Daddy, the ultimate scrubbing device for your loins and your bitches. If you need to scrub your loins,
did you say
use
dishes
the soft
or bitches?
Dishes.
Oh, okay.
If you need to scrub your loins, use the soft side. If you scrub your dishes, you just flip it over, use the hard side. You don't even have to wash it in between. There's no such thing as bacteria. And Scrub Daddy is now the number 8 top selling product in Shark Tank history, as I have learned through some revisionist history recently.
Those statistics are based on nothing. You just make up the numbers.
I do. I like to make things up. It's kind of a thing.
At this point, it is kind of a thing for our show for you to just make things up. I've got a Scrub Daddy around here somewhere. I just don't know what I've done with it.
There's a Ninja Turtle back there. That's Leonardo.
Well, there's plenty of Ninja Turtles, but I don't know where my Scrub Daddy has gone. So anyway,
did you look in your bathtub? Were you scrubbing your loins?
Tom Brady is not retiring. Breaking news.
No, he is retiring.
No, he just said, I think when the time is right, I'll be ready to make another decision one way or another. This is
I'm about to
breaking
retire
news
from this podcast.
You retired from this podcast a long time ago.
Just kidding. I'm not retired. I'm just like Tom Brady.
Anyway, well, Scrub Daddy is our sponsor, and I have one. I just don't know what I did with it.
Yes, use the promo code GOATEE for 0% off your order. Click on the microphone on the top right. Hey, there he is.
I found it. There's my scrub daddy.
He's
So
still in the
happy.
box.
Still in the box. Well, I can't. This is the one, that they sent me, so I can't. It goes in my collection behind me. I can't use it. I don't want to sully it. But
You ever
yeah,
think they'll come out with one like Scrub Cousin, where it's like he's not happy, he's just like this?
I'm still waiting for Scrub Uncle, the knockoff version that we mentioned last month.
Like hair, he has hair, like
Yeah,
hair in unmentionable places.
yeah.
It tells terrible jokes when you squeeze him.
Wow.
I like it.
And you would know, as an uncle, you would know.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, now that shit's out of the way, let's talk about New Year's resolutions, Michael.
What was your New Year's resolution?
I will reveal my New Year's resolution later in the show. I want to really send the listeners home I want to send the people home happy when they hear my just banger of a resolution that I have set for myself this year, as
I
of
like it.
earlier today when we decided to do this podcast on this topic.
Yes. Yes. I think it's interesting. I was reading up on the history of New Year's resolutions. One of the earliest resolutions people had was to swear to repay all of their debts.
Wow.
That sounds like you're setting yourself up terribly.
Well, you got to also think debt then wasn't what it is now. Where your whole pretty much goal as an American is to accrue as much debt as possible. So yeah, I'd say it was a lot more realistic back then too, because number one, you didn't need much and you didn't have much.
Maybe just kick the bucket and that would be repaying all of your debts. Like, oh, a bear ate him.
Yeah,
we're good now. He's debt free.
Yeah. So when you got to pay somebody back 4 gold shillings, as opposed to hundreds of thousands of dollars for a home, it's a lot more achievable, I think.
Your penance is 10 fingernails.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can scrounge that up by the end of the week.
Yeah, just hang out around the nail salon. You'll find something.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's interesting, though. I didn't know that the people resolved to pay debts.
That was their resolution. They were hoping that good fortune would fall upon them if they made a resolution like that, and they would see.
Oh, so really, they didn't
prosperity.
They weren't doing it to be good. They were doing it for a big return. Okay,
yes.
I get
it. To get in favor of the gods. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Because you can't ever do anything altruistically. You can't do it without expecting something back. So I'm going to give back all the money that I borrowed, so that way I'll have more money.
Yeah, and I can get richer from all the money I borrowed.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, that makes sense.
Apparently, the first New Year's resolution was 4,000 years ago in ancient Babylon, according to this really sketchy website that I'm looking at that won't load.
Oh, good. I'll definitely put that one in the show notes.
Trafalgar.com. It's very, very good. Yeah, apparently Babylonians had an 11-day festival in March. Burped a little bit.
Look at that.
And during the 11-day festival, they would make all of their resolutions for the year coming up to honor the gods, the Roman god of beginnings, Janus, which is where the word January comes from.
There you go. According to this random website.
This is howstuffworks.com. It's a little bit better.
Okay. Interesting. Well, so they waited till March to make their New Year's resolutions?
Well, it wasn't really March. It was March by their calendar back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
So then in the 1582, Pope Gregory the 13th brought January 1 as the new year rather than March. So that's where it comes. That was from the Gregorian calendar, which is it's called that because the Pope's name was Gregory.
I'm also a big fan of Gregorian chant. If you don't know what that is, you should look it up.
Yes, no, I was raised a Catholic. I'm very familiar with
Gregorian. Okay, then you know very much what Gregorian chant is. Okay, good. If you're listening and you don't know what Gregorian chant is, you should definitely Google it and listen to it.
Yes, it's very weird.
Will be stuck in your head all day. Earworm, that is.
Yes. So this they have this psychologist on this article that says, what do you think the number one way to keep your New Year's resolution is?
don't make one.
Okay, what is the number 2?
I'm sorry, are you asking me who number 2 works for?
No. Okay. No,
Okay,
Austin
I don't
Powers.
know. I don't know.
It's don't make it a secret. You have to tell somebody about it.
Okay. So basically, if you say it out loud, you're held accountable. If somebody hears
Yep.
it, okay, I got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes sense.
According to this article, majority of Americans 45 and younger make resolutions, but only 28% of those people vow to make changes.
Okay. What if
Yeah.
you had to guess, just right off the top of your head, what would the most common resolutions be? I've got a list here.
Okay, I'm gonna go with eat better,
Okay.
uh, work less,
Okay.
lose weight,
Okay.
and work out more, or
Okay.
read more. No, I'll go with read more books.
Okay. Okay. Well, you
Yeah.
did pretty good. The most common resolutions are exercise more, lose
Ha!
weight, which I'll lump that into eat better, um, learn a new skill or a hobby,
Okay.
and save money. People want to save money. Going back to those debts.
Yeah, they should just resolve to pay off all their debts rather than
Yeah, they
save money.
should. Yeah. Yeah. Because you think about it, if you didn't have to make all those mortgage payments and car payments, you'd have a lot more money laying around.
It's true.
You
Yeah,
should
or
just
you
pay
could just
cash.
ignore it all, and just continue accumulating debt like most Americans.
That's pretty much the goal, I think. To by the time you go into the coffin that you can't afford to buy, that you're also taking out a loan for, you should
No,
have
it's
accrued as
okay.
much debt as
I'll
possible.
just tell them to bury me in one of those bug suits they have now.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen that?
No.
They have this like bag, and they put your dead body in it, and you decompose and become a natural part of the earth, and like
Oh, well, I've
flowers
seen,
spring up out of your body.
yeah, I've seen the things that like you can, they, it's like the bulb of like a tree will grow from your
Yeah,
ashes. Yeah, I've
yeah.
seen something like that, but the bug bag, I haven't
That
ran
guy
into.
from that TV show in the '90s he did one of those. What was that guy?
That guy from the TV show in the '90s. You're gonna have to
Yeah,
really
Beverly
narrow the
Hills
scope on that.
90210.
Oh, Luke Perry.
Yes, he
Okay.
did one of those bug bags.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Well, thank you for really, because that guy from the show in the '90s really was not giving me anything to work with.
Zach Morris.
I mean, I could have named a lot of characters and a lot of actors, but I think we'd be guessing for a while because I did not watch 90210. I wouldn't have gone there immediately.
Well, okay, so here's a total random tangent about resolutions that I saw. So one of my resolutions was to not watch as much crappy TV.
Like
And
this
then
year, you made that resolution.
yeah, and then I
So you made
saw
multiple resolutions.
yes, I always make
Okay.
multiple resolutions because I
Well,
don't keep any of them.
well, you've let the cat out of the bag on that one. Let's at the end we'll go through your list of resolutions for the year.
Okay. Well, so have you seen this recently? They redid fucking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in like modern
Yes.
times.
I I gotta say it. I was kind of intrigued by the trailer. I was like, it might actually be good.
That's not the point. It's they're ruining it.
It's not the point. I don't want it to be good.
They're ruining it.
I mean, they could. They might be. No one knows.
I
I
blame Will
saw
Smith.
that I think I sent it to you guys in the group chat. The spoof version about Urkel.
Yeah. That one is a good one. If internet, if you have not seen that yet,
Yes.
you should go look it up. It was an SNL, I think, digital short they did.
Yes.
But it's pretty good.
That was pretty good. I mean, it was very much in the vein of the are they calling it Bel Air? I
Yeah.
believe is the name. Yeah, Bel Air is the name of the kind of more serious, more dramatic take on Fresh Prince.
Why is everything got to be so serious, man? You got serious Fresh Prince. You got serious freaking I don't. What was that show that I watched recently? Wizard of Oz. Serious. I don't get it.
Well, it's just we've been so out of ideas for a long time now that rather than just remake stuff, we're remaking it and changing the tone. So that way, it's completely different.
You know what they never did either is they never released the butthole cut, and I'm still pissed off about that.
Yes, going back to our very first show, they never released the butthole cut of Cats, and we're still waiting. Of course, I mean, it took them years to release the Snyder cut of Justice League, so it's possible. It just don't give up, Michael. Don't give up. It's only season 3. We got a few more seasons to go before you'll get that all the kitty cat buttholes you can stand.
If we get syndicated, can we get the butthole cut? Warner Brothers, hit me up.
Okay, all right.
I'll put my number in the show notes.
That will be our goal. Is by the time we hit syndication, we're forcing the butthole cut of Cats to be released. Anyway, back to the resolutions after that tangent. You were gonna. I've got some stats. Do you want to go over some stats, or did you want to?
I'm ready.
You had something pulled up.
Well, I have. So 8% of all people follow through on their New Year's resolutions, so that's not very good.
Okay.
And then back in the olden times, a big New Year's way to do your New Year's resolution would be to swear with your hand over a roasted peacock.
Wow, that's very specific.
Yeah, I didn't even know you could eat peacock, to be honest with you. I thought you just
it's bird meat, so I guess you could pretty much eat any bird. You shouldn't eat crows though. That's weird.
Why is it weird?
Because it's like you're eating someone's soul, man.
I guess it is, yeah. I never thought about that.
That's from that 70s show. I didn't come up with it.
Damn it. All right, I'm ready for your stats. What are your stats?
Okay, I got some stats here. Okay. So let's look at success and failure over the first 6 months.
Oh boy.
This is from a study in 2016.
Is that the most recent data available?
Yes, that was the most recent date the data was available. Of those who make a New Year's resolution after 1 week, 75% are still successful in keeping it after a week. So 1 week in,
not that impressive.
We've already lost 25% of the people that made a resolution. They couldn't even keep it for 7 days. After 2 weeks, it drops down to 71%, which, considering the steep drop off in the first week, after 2 weeks, it's really not that bad. We lose 4% more there. After a month, it drops down to 64% of people that still keep their resolutions. And then after 6 months, you got 46% of people still successful in keeping the resolution.
So New Year's resolutions are like COVID. A bunch of people get it at first, and then they slowly taper off over time.
Basically, yeah. I guess you could really say that COVID is like New Year's resolutions.
There you go.
New Year's resolutions have been around for a while. Excuse me, I farted really loud. It sounds like my HVAC system, but it was actually my ass. According to this 2016 study, of the 41% of Americans who make New Year's resolutions, by the end of the year, only 9% feel like they're successful in keeping. And that's not even saying that's how many people feel like.
Oh yeah, I went to the gym 3 times. I'm totally successful.
yeah, because there's lots of generous. when you have to look back at what you've accomplished, you're gonna count every little thing you did. Like, I laid down on the floor to pick up my phone, and I so that counts as a burpee. So I worked out more this year.
I drink 1 beer every day after work instead of 2 beers.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah. So
lame. What do you think? What's the stupidest resolution you've ever heard?
Honestly, I don't really have many conversations with people about resolutions. Number one, because I don't make resolutions. I really don't. I never have. I'm sure you always make resolutions, but you readily admit you don't stick to them.
No, I just like to do it.
I believe the year before last, I can't remember now. Recently, in the last 5 years, at some point, my wife made the resolution to not eat at chain restaurants, like whenever possible. Obviously, sometimes
you got to go to TGI Fridays. Yeah,
sometimes
you gotta get those riblets.
If you're traveling or something, you might only have chain restaurants available. But she actually did a really good job sticking to that resolution, and it did cause some problems when we were picking dinners over, like, okay, what are we gonna get for dinner? Hey, what about this? No, I can't have that. It's a chain. Oh, that's right. So she did a good job though. I think maybe twice that I remember throughout the whole year did she have to break the resolution and eat at a chain. And once was for your birthday.
Nice.
So it was 2020 that happened actually.
Oh man.
When we were when we got the Airbnb for your 30th birthday.
Ah, yes, we went to Lynchburg / a place that we won't talk about.
Yeah, and we had to eat. We had the only place available to eat was one of those. It wasn't Fridays, but it was a joint like that.
Shakers.
Shakers, that was it.
Yes.
So, but she did a good job. But I mean, I just don't. So I don't really know many people's resolutions because I don't ask them what their resolutions are.
I think the ones that I hear are like I'm gonna eat breakfast every day. I'm like, come on, dude, that's just not sustainable. Like some people just aren't breakfast people. I don't get it.
I eat breakfast almost every day.
Do you though?
Yeah.
How can you be sure?
Because I'm with myself every day.
Do you check it off on your calendar?
No.
Eat breakfast.
Hey, I dropped the kids off at school. I'm gonna go eat some breakfast now.
So you poop before you eat breakfast?
I poop really whenever the need hits. I don't have it in my schedule.
You just said you dropped the kids off at school, then you eat breakfast.
No, it means my children, my actual children.
Oh, sorry.
Such a juvenile. That's my resolution, is to not talk about poop anymore.
Oh, yeah, good luck.
All right. I've already broken that one.
I think that's a good resolution. You should take that up. Now you have to use code every time you want to talk about poop.
No.
Like, oh, I'm going to go send a fax. See you in 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
It doesn't take that long.
Just saying.
Sometimes you just gotta read your phone for a little bit while you're in there.
That's true. Yeah.
Did you see they have special toilets in foreign countries now for people that sit on their phone too much on the toilet? So now they're like slanted, so your legs fall asleep after like 5 minutes.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. I did not see that. But usually I just tell my wife that I need to go to the bathroom and I just stand in the bathroom and look at my phone. I'm not actually using the bathroom, I'm just hiding from my wife and kids.
There's a weird guy in there. He asked me to look at this meme.
Oh no, I mean my bathroom at home. I'm not.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I'm not doing that out in public.
That's what it sounded like.
Honey, I have to go to the bathroom, and I'm just standing in like the McDonald's bathroom. No, at home. Like, okay, excuse me, I need to go to the bathroom. This is taking a turn.
Okay, well, so we were talking about resolutions, and I think we've hit our max on discussion topics because we really did not put very much effort into
really phoning it in this month.
But you said
fuck it.
You were gonna release your resolution list, so I think we've reached a point in the show where you can release your list.
I have one resolution that I made solely for the purpose of this podcast. I made it today, and I'm going to do my best to stick to it. I don't know if you know this about me, but I am an ice cream fiend.
Yes.
So my resolution is I will only eat ice cream once a month.
Wow.
Once a month for the whole. So I will have ice cream 12 times this year.
Wow.
Although I got to say, I haven't had any ice cream, and it is January 31st. So I guess I'm only having it 11 times this year.
So you eat ice cream whenever you want, like in the winter and stuff, you eat ice cream?
Yeah, I don't eat it whenever I want, but I usually keep ice cream in the house.
If you could eat ice cream for breakfast, like if you found like a breakfast flavored ice cream that was like decently not that bad, would you eat ice cream for breakfast?
If I could eat ice cream, I would eat ice cream for every meal if it was not so terrible for you. Like that's if there was like ice cream that had no fat, no calories, no sugar, and it tasted good, I would eat ice cream nonstop because that's how much I love ice cream.
What if it
So
tasted good and smelled really bad?
it wouldn't matter.
Nice.
I love ice cream.
You're that dedicated.
Yeah.
Well, we'll hold you accountable. Me and the rest of the internet will hold you accountable to your once a month ice cream habit,
Thank you.
and I imagine you'll be breaking it very soon.
Well, like I say, I've gone 31 days without it, just kind of coincidentally, because I don't have any ice cream in the house right now. So, yeah. But I will say I've lost a bit of weight because I have already tapered my ice cream
Ah,
down in the last year. So a lot of fat in the ice
what's the
cream.
worst flavor of ice cream?
I don't think there is one. I mean, I'm sure. Okay, well, okay. Personally, I won't eat mint chocolate chip because they don't belong together. I like mint. I like chocolate chip. Don't force them together. I don't like that.
If you break your habit, you have to eat mint chocolate chip live on the podcast.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna eat it.
Or
Don't get me wrong.
okay, or rum raisin. We'll have to let the internet vote.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure there's some disgusting ice cream out there that I would really not, but I have not come across an ice cream flavor yet that I'm like, well, I'm not eating all of this. I have stopped eating ice cream or thrown it away because it was too sweet and I can't finish it. Because
That
there is a
reminds
point in
me.
your life
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
hit where too sweet is a thing.
yeah.
And it's a sad day. But I was eating a Blizzard from Dairy Queen one day and it was like triple chocolate something. And I was feeling physically ill eating it because it was too sweet and I couldn't finish it. So
It
yeah,
reminds me. I like to sample birthday cake flavored ice cream when I go to places and they have it on the menu. It is wildly. Well, the interpretation is just very vast of what constitutes a good tasting birthday cake ice cream. Sometimes it's
okay.
good, like it actually tastes like cake, and other times it's awful.
Yeah. Well, I'm a big at this point in my life, I'm a big like sea salt caramel is my favorite ice cream because I like the salty and the sweet together.
Well, I hope
They
you enjoy
complement
eating
one
it at
another.
your 86th birthday next year.
I don't know what that means.
That means you're old because you eat sea salt caramel ice cream.
It's delightful.
For old people,
Wow. I'm sorry that I'm not eating birthday cake flavored ice cream.
you should. You should be sorry.
like
Birthday cake
like
is the best
like
flavor.
an adolescent. Sorry that I have a refined palate. Anyway, asshole, what are your resolutions?
I have many resolutions. I would like to.
Which one? How of? Let's say, give me a percentage of how many you feel like you might keep.
Like 25%.
Wow. Okay.
I would like to read a book this year in full.
That's a resolution.
What? No, you don't understand. I like to start books and I never, I don't finish them. I just start them and they just sit there.
I
So
resolve to read one book. Okay, no, I won't.
I would like to read one book in full
Okay.
this year. Last year I read one book. I'm going to go for one whole book this year and see if I can get past it.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see. And
Okay.
then my other resolution is to drink less soda. I drink a lot of soda
Okay.
because I'm addicted to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Kind
think
of
you'll
like
be
ice cream.
surprised how much weight you lose
Oh, I'm
just by
sure.
not drinking soda.
I'm sure. I just,
Because that is also something I cut out many years ago.
yeah,
And it's pretty remarkable how much weight I lost
but it's so good.
just by doing that. It is good, but you don't need it.
It's
You
good
don't
though.
need it. It is good. I mean, ice cream's good. I love ice cream, but I don't need it every day.
So those are my two resolutions, I think, for right now. We'll see if
Okay.
more get added to my list.
Okay. And you know what? To wrap things up here, let me ask you this question. How late, when is the cutoff for somebody saying Happy New Year?
Ooh, that's a good one. That is a good one. I'd say the end of quarter one, which is March.
Okay, I was going to say, now, is that a yearly quarter or is that a financial quarter?
Financial quarter.
Okay.
January, February, March is
Because
probably
some
okay.
people's fiscal years, they roll over, like.
Yeah, June to July. Yeah, it's true.
Okay. But what do you think? Like, if somebody comes up to you and says, "Hey, Mike, Happy New Year," and you're like, "Fuck you, it's March."
I mean, if I haven't seen the person yet this year, that
was my follow-up
accurate.
question. So if you haven't seen anybody all year long and they run into you and they say Happy New Year, you're okay with it.
Yeah,
even if
counts.
it's July.
Sure.
Okay. I think once once January 31st, aka right now, after that, don't say it. Just let it die.
Do you move to the next holiday? Or are you then like Happy Valentine's Day?
No, just don't say it. Just say, hey, it's good to see you. You don't need Happy New Year. Thanks. Thanks a lot. We're a month in, you prick.
Well, geez, you don't have to be so hot about it, okay? It's just a saying that people use.
Yeah, and they need to stop it because it's dumb. Use it in January. That, and stop saying shit like on New Year's Day, hey, I haven't seen you all year. Shut the fuck up. Okay?
No, that's the good stuff.
Knock that shit off.
December 28th. I'll see you next year.
That's a dad joke. And as a dad, it pisses me off. Don't make that joke anymore. And don't call that a dad joke, because dad jokes are better than that bullshit.
Wow. Why?
Yeah. Well, I'm mad now.
Well, you know what? It's just a joke, okay?
No, I'm mad.
You need to read a book. Go read a book.
No, I'm not reading a book.
We're
book. Ending the show now because I'm angry.
One whole book in a year. You have a year. The clock is ticking.
I need some ice cream.
Well, it's been a fun podcast, but I think we're quitting. Adam Schefter's tweeting that we've retired from this podcast.
Oh wait, now he's redacting that tweet.
Just kidding.
Not.
Screw you all.
Okay. Oh, breaking news: New York Times bought Wordle.
Breaking news: I'm David Pumpkins. Any questions?
Well, there you have it. He's gone. Another year of my crotch disappearing before the podcast is officially over. But anyway, thank you for joining us. Technically, you're going to get 2 shows this month because we're really slackers. Thank you for joining us for this first season 3 episode. We hope you enjoyed it, even though the lack of effort is apparent. If you want to find any more of our stuff, or maybe we put a little bit more effort into it, you can find us at RideThatDonkeyProductions.com. You can find us at GroupChatAfterDark.com. You can find us at DukeHouston.com. You can find us at ToddSux.com. And, of course, as always, you can find us on the YouTube, the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram. Just search RTD Productions.
Don't forget about ScrubDaddy.com. Use the promo code GOTEE. 0% off your order.
And there he was, back just for a brief moment to do one more ad read. So thank you to our fictional sponsor, going on 2 years now, for Scrub Daddy. And if you want that product, we got one right here you can look at if you watch the show. And with that, we'll catch you next month on Group Chat After Dark.